We're a fan-made podcast. And with us, we have starring subject for today is going to be an open mic. So I'm excited. All my moderators here on the Discord can hop up at any time that they want to. But today we are going over the latest Project 863 episode that aired yesterday. And yeah, sorry we did not air yesterday. I had family issues that I had to deal with. So super sorry about that, but I'm glad that everyone understood why that family basically takes precedent over these matters. But I just wanted to say thank you, everyone. I am okay. We had a great service for my mom yesterday, who passed away in January. It was a beautiful service. It was a lot of people got to attend. We even live streamed it for her family because some of them still are in lockdown situations. So we were able to live stream it. And it was a great moment. I want to thank all of you guys, all the fans of the Subject 4 podcast, for reaching out, showing me so much love and support. And I want to thank everyone for this community. I want to thank everyone for being part of this community because you guys are just 100% awesome. And I'm forever grateful. But up on the stage right now, I have our science babes and any of our moderators or even staff that is here. If you guys want to hop up on stage, you can. So hi, ladies.
Hi.
Hello.
Boy. We have been talking actually on the Discord and VC about this episode. And it was definitely an episode, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, the amount of shouting when we were watching.
You guys shouted at your television?
We were shouting. We were on a call together watching, and we're both screaming at the screens.
The amount of times I said, Sam, don't go in the vault is just unbelievable.
Don't go in the door! Leave the door open! Don't touch that! Ah!
Well, yeah, when he shut the door, it was definitely like, no! But then I can kind of understand why he did that. He wanted to be like quiet and just like shut the door and not alert of any traps or anything. Because when you hear the word, but you don't really expect a door to lock behind you.
Not really,
leave
no.
Quinn out there. Make sure the door doesn't lock.
Yes. You got 3 vials on you, and you take 4th person with you.
That's one of my issues as well. But let me go ahead and go through these show beats, girls. If you want to interrupt or scream or yell at the TV again as I go through these show beats, by all means, let's go ahead and do this. Let's re-experience this all together. So the episode starts with Woods and Sam arriving at Syntech Location 3, and the door says biohazard area. They don't have gas masks or the antidote or gloves. But more importantly, the antidote. The door closes behind them and locks automatically. That's what we were saying. They look for other doors to which are also locked. There are a series of lots of boxes and items. There's writing on the wall that says, "Help me." Yeah, that's not ominous or anything.
Not even
Matthias then we jump to Matthias, who's driving in his car to location 3. He's very concerned that they're going to be trapped. Woods and Sam still don't know if it's a trap. Then we jump back to Woods and Sam. Woods finds a couple lab coats. The first ID says Jordan Kendall, and let me specify that's Kendal. Not 2 L's, but 1 L. The second one says Gary Reynolds. They find a closet storage room, and there's another lab coat, and it is labeled Scott Clark. There is also a map. Woods thinks it's the map of all the Syntech locations. I forgot to screenshot that. I don't think it would have told us much. There's so many dots.
I've got loads. I've still got to go through them.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Matthias arrives. He closes the door behind him, instantly realizes that was stupid because now he's locked himself and Quinn in. The 4 of them find each other. Matthias is so happy to see them, gives them all big hugs. Quinn doesn't care though. Nobody cares about Quinn.
He just stands there with the camera. Yeah, you guys carry on.
We're in focus, right, Quinn, for our hugging moment. The 4 of them. So Woods wants to play the tape that he found inside of a TV rather than taking it back to the studio. And he doesn't know that there's all these traps. Matthias is trying to tell them, but he's trying to say, we need to get out of here, guys, and not alert them, because the way he was saying it was like, okay, let's just grab everything we can and get out of here. Because if you're like, it's a trap, it might cause mass panic. That's what my feeling was on his.
More likely would have been, guys, we need to just like stop because this place is a trap. So we need to carefully get what we can get and get out. But telling them
True.
straight that it was a trap would have been a better option than not telling them.
True, I get that, but I can also see that, like, the way he was using it was definitely like his dad voice. Like, okay, I understand this, children, but you don't know how much danger you're in. Let's go, like type of thing.
Oh dear.
But anyway, while Matt's trying to tell them that it's not a good idea, Woods presses play, buzzers and sirens go off. The same guy on the commercial tape comes onto the TV. And he says, you foolishly you're caught in a trap. Ha ha ha. We still intend to have a test of the Pegasus serum. We're just going to use you instead. In 5 minutes, the serum will disperse into the room. That was me simplifying it. We'll talk more detail about what he said later. But the countdown turns on, chaos unleashed. Matt informs Sam and Woods on things that they missed out, that he got a hold of Deb. Deb didn't want him to come. And basically that Deb said that there were a bunch of traps. Woods finds a serum, like, what do you call it? A gas bomb?
Gas bomb.
Yeah, finds the serum gas bomb. It has both clear serum and red serum combining together in one. 5 minutes later, the serum starts to fill the room. Woods quickly drinks his antidote. Sam is very hesitant as Matthias doesn't have one. She's stressed out, but slowly sits down on the ground. Matthias tells Quinn to take it. And then when Sam finally takes it, Matt tells her that he never had one. He didn't. Well, he said that was interesting word choice. He said, I never had it, which is weird. Wouldn't you just say, I don't have one?
Yeah.
So that was interesting choice.
I think it was a reply because Sam was saying, take yours.
Yeah. And he was basically saying, I never got one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once again, we are recording this live on YouTube. So welcome YouTube chat and welcome the Discord chat. If you are in the Discord, we are using the podcast chat for our recording. So if you want to get a hold of us, you can. I do see that Shades is here. Shades, it is an open mic for my moderators. So if you want to jump on at any time, you can. And any of my other moderators that are here with us today who wants to jump up on stage, you can at any time. It's open mic. I do want to make a disclaimer. We are a BTS series. We do go behind the scenes because there might be clues to our story behind the scenes. We do know that this is, sorry, we do raise the curtain. We do break the magic. We do know that this is a fictitious story. So sometimes in fictitious stories, you look behind the scenes to kind of get clues on what is going on. Isn't live on YouTube. I don't know. Oh, well. Oh, well, airport. So we do know that it is fictitious. We do go behind the scenes because I don't trust Matt. He probably hides a lot of red herrings behind the scenes as well. He's very good at throwing us off the scent. And it's definitely a wild ride. Wouldn't you science babes agree with me that we don't trust Matt?
Yeah.
No.
I don't
even trust what he says to me in personal life.
There's a lot of things that we're not, there's a lot of deception. You just have to figure it out.
Yes, because once again, he is our master storyteller with the lovely Chanel, and they are master storytellers. And one of the things that you have to do is you have to be cryptic.
And he's good at it.
Very good at being cryptic.
Very good at being cryptic. And so let's go ahead and dive in. I once again, we were talking before the before the podcast, once again, our link to our Discord is down in the description below. Feel free to join it. Because we talk about theories all the time. You're able to self-promote if you have any projects that are happening. Even if you made your own podcast, please come join our podcast Discord and self-promote yourself. Get yourself out there, and we'll more likely either get you a shout out or maybe have you host or whatever, because we're all a community. We're not competing with each other on the audience members that we're going to have. We're all subject 4 together, so we all need to be subject 4 together. So anyways, yes. Let's go ahead and go into our theories.
Oh boy, this episode.
I don't have many theories because, okay, unpopular opinion moment with Artemis. I didn't like this episode. I didn't like it because it was so many puzzle pieces I thought we had. This episode made us throw them away. Does that make sense?
Not as many as we thought would be thrown away.
Yeah, there's
a couple,
but it confirmed a few things.
Yeah.
But like drinking the antidote?
Yeah, that threw us off.
Yeah.
As did the quantity, so...
The quantity threw us off. There's a few things that threw us off. But there's, we were talking about this earlier. There's a couple things that were, sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Go ahead and share what you say about the quantities. I'm going to go ahead and fix the chat for YouTube. So I'll be right back. So go ahead.
Okay. So when looking at the labels on the antidote, it said 100 milliliters, but the same bottle, if you look at Life's Blood, it says 40 milliliters. So something's like off with the two for us. At least when we're looking at it, we're like, how are they the same bottle but different amounts?
Yeah, that
quantities
doesn't add up.
So that was not adding up, and that's for a while that's not been adding up, and we put in our notes like 40 and 100. We're like, okay, that seems a bit off. There's just a few other things, just what they drank it, which I thought it was meant to be an injection, but then again, Deb had said, oh, it's not a counter agent, it's a antidote, so maybe there's something different about that made it so that it meant to be drunk, or what's the word I'm looking for here? Drank. What else, Kaylin? There's a few other things.
The
Dosage, yeah, we weren't sure what the dosage was meant to be because we only have the notes, but the notes are old. So we're only going off the notes.
20-year-old notes that say
2 mil. We pegged those notes to be what year?
Oh god.
Let me pull up the timeline here. We pegged those notes to be back in like the 90s.
Yeah.
So, oh gosh.
But yeah, one of them says 2 mil in the space of 5 hours.
3 hours, I thought.
3 hours,
or some short amount of time.
Do not give more than 2 mil in 3 hour span.
Yeah. So there was a lot of like questions, like, okay, well, it has been like a long amount of time that's passed, too. So we're like, what do we know? I think we said, so we said the notes were back in 97. That's when we were gauging them to be around 97.
Yeah.
Because that's when
I'm back, by the way.
tests are going on. We're rambling on about numbers.
Okay, so I do have a question. Shades brings it up in the chat. It says Deb said that the antidote was mislabeled. So maybe the amount can be wrong, or that our numbers could be wrong about the antidote.
Yeah, that's something we considered. Because it just seems odd that the Life's Blood is labeled 40 milliliters and it's the same size bottle. So that confused us. That threw us off. So that would make sense. That would lead to the idea of Shades that, it's probably mislabeled purposely for some reason.
Subject for 863 on YouTube said, Matt said, remember to breathe at the end of the video, and I can't breathe. Sorry. Just thought that was funny.
It's okay.
I don't,
Caitlin's yelling
a lot of us weren't able to breathe during this episode. Like when they were walking through the whole like layout, we'll just call it Little Shop of Horrors. When they were going through the Little Shop of Horrors, it was like, yeah, it was like I can't breathe.
Don't do this.
They definitely had the suspense, and they definitely got us going on the somebody said in our chat and VC before the podcast, they were expecting a jump scare the entire time.
Oh yes, definitely.
Oh yeah. It was like every horror film, like they're going deeper into the bowels of this thing. It's like, don't go further. This is how every horror film goes. Don't do it.
I do have to say, I wish it was a little bit darker, like the cinematography of it. I wish it was a little darker, more spooky, but it was very bright.
I was watching on my phone, so it was pretty dark.
But that just makes me led to believe that the reason why there were so many lights on is because there's props that we're supposed to be looking for. Did you guys notice any of those props?
Like the chests that were locked?
The chests were locked. There were I can't remember who posted it in VC earlier, but if you're here right now listening, please post it in the podcast chat. But they found pictures of what looked like to be phantom goggles.
Okay.
Like they're actually goggles that you can see that maybe a biotechnician would use while they're experimenting, but you can see how the phantom repurposed them and put like red lights in them, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So these goggles had at one time they had a purpose, and now they don't. Like, well, who knows? There we go. Hannah Lucas posted them. Oh, so did Phil. Thank you.
Okay. I did not catch that the first time. Like I said, I watched it on my phone the first time around. So.
Oh yeah, and you can catch underneath the TV the bulletin board that Kaylin and Hannah have been staring at for the past hour. Right below that bulletin board on the shelf is actually a Geiger counter.
Yep, I saw that.
An old-fashioned Geiger counter. I hope you would seen that. You've been staring at that section of that room.
No, I saw that in the video before staring at the picture.
Okay.
I saw the goggles as well. I just didn't put two and two together.
Yeah, they definitely look like how maybe the Phantom was part of Location 3 where his accident happened. There's another shot. There's I would say there's about like 3 or 4 laying around in this little shop of horrors that we have going on here. But it's just there's so many props that I need to go back and look more.
Yeah.
You guys were looking at the bulletin board, and Kaylin, did you guys find anything on the bulletin board next to the TV?
Not much beyond the first line that we could read.
Yeah, well, there was an article right next to it. It was a Times article, right? Yeah, There we go. Hannah posted it. World ends. What does it say below world's end?
Radiation levels rising.
Radiation. Now, that's interesting because I Googled search Time magazine, Time, like what times are we looking at? I typed in like headline world ends, and I got nothing. So could this support Shade's alternate time thing?
I mean,
possible.
There's all the stuff about timelines and timey-wimey, whatever you said last time, stuff going on.
With a ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey
stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something weird going on. It's a matter of what is the weird that's going on.
Great. Shades is in the comments going, it's all true.
This to Shade's conspiracy theory, and all of a sudden he's being proven correct. So he has the right to say that.
So far, but I mean, I'm
It'll
the
be
jerk that
interesting.
doesn't want to believe it.
I mean, well, I guess we'll find out soon. Coming
Question
soon, maybe?
mark?
I mean, we have until when's the absolute date to find out? December 31st, 2024. So we have a long time to get the answers. But part
Shades
of the fun
don't hate,
is looking for the answers.
No, because it doesn't.
Shades, you're frustrating, Artemis.
It doesn't have to be that. Like I said, time is three-dimensional. The way that Shades theory is that it's low key, right? It's like the timeline, the sacred timeline, and then you have these divergent timelines, and they wipe those out. I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah, okay, if you haven't seen Loki, this is a bit of a spoiler. So the TVA goes in and they reset the timeline using the time charges.
But those timelines that come off of the sacred timeline, what are those called again?
They're Nexus events.
Yes, Nexus events. So I can see, it seems like every season of Project 863, we're always like comparing it to the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
Star Wars, mythology.
We have like several.
Here we are with Doctor Who.
Yeah. Add that to our list.
Definitely. I can't wait until the silence joins. Yay! So I did have a talk with Matthias about the silence. He wasn't a fan. I think they're scary. They terrify me to know that a creature could be sitting in the room with you and you don't know it until you look at them and then you remember all the times you've seen them. But then the moment you look away, you forget them. So, but that's what it is. It's like once you look at them, the silence, you remember all the times you have ever seen them in your entire life. But the moment you look away from them, that you instantly forget. And so there's this beautiful scene in Doctor Who where they're running down the hall and the silence is chasing them. And they run into this room. And she's trying to unlock the door and she goes, "Joe, go check the back." So he runs and he checks down the hallway and he sees all these like creepy silences like walking all over the walls. Like he looks like Slender Man. But they're walking towards him and he freaks out and he runs back over to where she's standing at the door and she goes, What did you see? What did you see? How many are there? And he goes, "I don't know what you're talking about. There's no one in the hallway." And it's like, how do you fight that? So anyway, yeah. The Weeping Angels are pretty creepy. We talked about that with the timey-wimey. That is the timey-wimey episode, is the Weeping Angels. Let me see if I can post Doctor. I'm going to go ahead and post the GIF.
There's a lot of old tech in that vault as well, which could, from different shapes. I think was it Woods or Sam pointed it out? There's a lot of old tech from different times in that vault.
I just posted a GIF of the silence. I forgot you were here.
Frightening.
They are. They're scary.
Okay. How about no? How about no? I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. Thank you, Artemis.
You're welcome.
More people speak, please, so that can go off the top.
Please.
So okay, because of my family stuff yesterday, I wasn't able to catch up on the episode until like late at night. And so I was watching it and then I went to bed. I was just watching it in bed. And then when it went off, I turned it off and went to bed. And I had the weirdest dream about this episode. I had a dream that Woods got pissed off that he drank the antidote and got mad at Matt that he lied that he had one. So he goes over to where the red vial is sitting in the gas thing, and he just started drinking all the vials.
Oh dear.
And for some reason, I was Sam in this dream, and I was like slapping him. So anyway, that was my dream. That was my dream. That's all I can remember of that dream. But it was fun slapping Woods in my dream.
Oh dear.
Yeah, hidden aggression with that, maybe. I don't know. Like the way he just like chugged the antidote.
I will point out he did have a look of regret on his face afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards. Yeah, that's like what I do when I eat the whole cake. But
well, maybe he realized what he had done, and that it could be why he had the look of regret on his face. He realized Matt didn't have his.
Yeah.
In the moment, he did what Matt said, and then this is just playing, just what I saw. So, but in the moment, he did what Matt said, and then he regretted it. That would be at least what I saw. There was definitely regret there.
Well, it's so let's talk about the transcript. Let me pull up your guys' transcript of it, because the amazing Kaylin has no life and was able to do the transcript right off the bat.
I literally woke up this morning. I'm like, did you do the transcript ready? Yeah. Okay. Didn't even get a chance.
Yeah,
I have no life. I literally did rewatch the episode after it was on yesterday and just transcribed it.
So
really?
After I got off that call.
I was also taking screenshots the whole time as well, but
Like I said, I was on my phone, so I couldn't do much.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and read the transcript for you guys, and then we'll talk about it. Oh, I just saw the creepiest bit right. Anyway, welcome, Deb. As I'm sure you are aware, we've been expecting you. You foolishly taken the bait, and now you're caught in a trap. Ha, ha, ha. We still intend to have a test of the Pegasus serum. However, we always make do on our promises. We will just be using you, and then in 5 minutes, the serum will disperse into the room. Please be advised that the test facility has been tested for quality, and therefore you shouldn't bother trying to escape the room. I would use the time you have left for reflection and prayers. We'll be seeing you once the test has been completed. Nelson sends his regards. And then I just want to punch that guy in the face. But
you and the rest of us.
I'm kind of reading this in a ghost host voice. Like wah ha ha kind of voice.
just the way he just went ha ha ha.
There was that was very robotic. It was so robotic.
And there was such a gap between each ha as well. It wasn't like ha ha ha.
And then the green screen behind him flashing, and
the twice glitching, yeah.
And it's not the first time he's glitched. In the original tape, he was very glitchy as well. We've noticed that.
Yeah, there's a glitch marked on the original VHS.
Mm-hmm.
It's so creepy. I hate it.
It is very creepy.
I just want to punch him in the face, though, when he was all like, "You've fallen in our trap." When he says Nelson sends his regards, I just want to hit him in the face.
I think everybody does.
Oh, come here, you sweaty man. Kind of looks a little sweaty.
Nelson sends his regards. This was like 20 some odd years ago, but still.
Yeah. So, fun. It's definitely fun. And not fun.
The terrifying countdown of 5 minutes.
Yeah. Gary on the YouTube chat said the music in this video was awesome. Yeah, I can't wait for season 2. Oh my gosh, Joshy. Sorry.
What just happened?
Look at the podcast chat with Joshy.
I don't know how to interpret that.
I've seen
But-
that.
Oh, Veronica comes up with a good point. I think the guy in the video might be one of the people from the lab coats. What do you guys think about that?
Possible.
Potentially,
It-
yes.
It probably is because
I have a question because I don't know
Yes.
if I didn't spot this, but this might be a good thing to look at. When Wood shows the ID to the camera, was it a heart logo or a snake logo? The
Heart.
Syntec logo. Was it hearts? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I was just curious. I wonder, because that's like, we know that's been like a thing. Some things are marked with hearts, some things are marked with snakes. So it's like trying to figure out connections that way. Okay, if it was hearts,
These are actual Syntec employees, not
not
Pegasus.
Pegasus employees necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my curiosity there. Okay, I just wanted to check because I didn't, like I said, I was watching my phone and that was not the first thing I thought to look at, and I was like, wait, that might have been smart to look at. Okay.
Well, talking about the employee badges, we did see a name Kendall in the last location before the little shop of horrors with Woods and Sam. They found a camera and it said Kendall on it, but it had 2 L's. And then in the little shop of horrors, we find Kendall with 1 L. I can't remember the first name with the first Jordan Kendall. Yes, there we go. Somebody posted in the chat. Sweet
Thank
tea.
you.
Oh, Tia. She posted it. Kendall 2 L's, Jordan with 1 L. And by the way, they misspelled biotechnician.
Yeah.
Biotechnician is one word. So, but
He
double
didn't show
miss-
us the other tag, but he did show us the one inside the vault. If I can find it. It's got Clarence.
There's a more Siraxa says there's a more egregious error in the spelling than not being one word. When I looked at that, I didn't think that said bio. I thought it said BID. Like bid.
Shiraxa, you can jump up on stage if you want to and tell us those errors.
I thought it said bid. That was very. Oh, and technician is. Oh yeah.
Yeah, technician.
That is a very dark.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'll have to line it up.
Kermit, we all want to know what that first tape had, because they found two tapes.
Yes.
One that was already in the VCR/TV, and then they found another one that Woods picked up. So, yeah. We all kind of want to know what was on that first VHS tape. What do you think? Do you think Kendall? We have 2 Kendalls, or maybe it was a misspell on the camera? Because when you make those old-fashioned labels, there's no backspace.
It's true.
True. I honestly don't know, because I feel like everything is purposeful in this. So it's like, I don't know what to believe when it comes to if there's a spelling error or not. I feel like it could be purposeful that they're spelled differently, but then again, it could just be a typo. It's hard. This is the whole, what point do you say, okay, we're going to assume things? And it's really hard to assume with a lot of this stuff. At least for me.
Scott Cleric was the other name. He's covering the numbers. Why do you gotta cover the numbers?
He's also covering the logo.
That one he is, yeah.
Yeah.
Stop it. Woods, when you show us things, we need to see them.
Fingers on corners.
That'd be great. Thanks.
Oh dear. Oh
Fingers
dear.
on corners.
But I don't know. What do you think, Kaylin? Are you I think you're kind of in the same boat because we've talked about this. Like, we don't know what point do you say yes or no, I guess.
Yeah. It's a problem because you can't tell
if it
anything.
is a typo or if it's purposeful. And a lot of the stuff I would like to think is purposeful. So
I mean,
Panda
if they can't
believes that
spell-
Kendall could be on the tape.
Jordan
Okay.
Kendall could be. Jordan can be a guy or a girl's name. So
Is that a British? Jordan Kendall doesn't sound British. It sounds American.
yeah. What were the other names? They were Scott. Okay, Scott sounds like a very American name.
It's a very British name too.
Okay.
The other one
and
was
then
Gary Reynolds.
Gary Reynolds. That sounds American.
I don't think any of those names sound specifically one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But mind you, if they can't spell biotechnician right on the badge, what's to say that the name was spelt right?
I swear, if Gary has a famous brother named Ryan,
Ryan Reynolds.
I don't know how to say your username, and I don't want to mispronounce it, but somebody in the chat said GR in the chat logs, possibly Gary Reynolds.
Ooh. Genki?
Yeah. I didn't want to mispronounce their name,
No.
so yeah.
That's right. I must butcher it.
I'll
that's a good
butcher it.
point.
You can yell at me.
Because we do have, there are 2 people from the chats that we haven't had a name put to that just had their chat names, which was GR and B something. B27 were the other two, were the 2. So we don't have names to those chat log IDs. Thank you, everybody who's typing it faster than I can look it up. There's a lot of people.
B27. Everyone remembers B27.
There's a lot of names to keep track of.
Can you remind me who's B27?
Okay,
Everyone
so
remembers it. It was the one from the
chat logs.
Correct me. It was
There
the
was a
chat
log
logs
for the euthanasia.
As
Yeah,
well
the
as
euthanasia.
patient A5159. That was also B27. They were
Mhm.
talking about that particular patient, which was interesting because that patient was mentioned in the testing of the antidote in a few other places. That patient number has come up a few times. It's a classified patient. We don't know that patient's name.
Hannah, what is that? Oh, that's the
That's the
picture of
label
the
on the VHS. Yeah.
What's
Yeah, the
label say?
VHS.
It's blurry.
Yeah. Don't yell at Hannah for that. Yell
No,
at
no,
Quinn.
I'm not yelling at Hannah. I'm just saying whoever was holding the camera, it's blurry.
Quinn.
Wait, no.
Actually, it wasn't. It was Sam.
It was Sam. Quinn and Matt
Oh.
were not in the room yet.
Sam, you know better.
So thank you,
Or
Hannah,
it
for trying to
could've-
get the picture. We
It
appreciate
could have been Woods' hand shaking.
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. So much fun.
Oh dear.
Shame, Sam. Shame.
doing their
It
best.
says something. It says Soroxa says it says something. Location number 1, southeast lot.
Yeah, I just
Soroxa?
managed to read location number one.
Okay.
You're a wizard. Stop it.
Good job. He reads. Oh, he reads it out. Okay.
So, Roxa, can you
does he?
actually go and read the piece of paper I posted in the No Mic chat a long time ago?
Just send it to him. I feel like that'd be easier.
Yeah, let's repost it.
Okay. Yeah, that was way too blurry for me to read.
Yeah.
I think I had a pretty good shot of it. It was just distance.
Okay, so location 1, southeast. Do we know where location? So Spellbound Studios is location 5. Someone said previously. I remember seeing that circulating around for a while. Are we confirmed on that?
Location 5 was where Deb's office was, and I think
Okay,
we
so
confirmed
Red
that
Base.
Deb's office was Red Base.
Okay, so that's location 5. So we don't know where location 1 is then, at all.
No,
So this would
we don't
give
even
us,
know where location 3 is. Well, we
Okay.
don't as subject 4.
Yeah, and then we know there was a location 4 because of all the tests that were done there. We also know there's an offsite 7.
Well,
a lot of
apparently,
numbers.
if you want to go count all those dots on that map that Woods was looking at, and then
I mean,
we'll know how
yeah.
many locations.
Give me 5 minutes, you know.
Don't tempt her. Like, seriously, don't.
She would. Totally
would.
would.
I would.
Wait,
I don't have that kind of patience.
does anyone have a picture of that map? And we'll just count
God,
them
yeah.
live right now.
Yeah, God, hang on. What?
She's looking through our screenshots.
So you don't tempt me with things like this.
She has so many screenshots. She can watch the entire episode like a flip book.
Probably.
Not quite that bad. But
Wait, I haven't
42
looked at these
screenshots yesterday.
Wait, I have holy
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Where was I? 40, 41, 42, 43, 44.
Why is one of them a different color?
50, 51, 52, 53, 54. You are here. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. And dang, Woods' hands in the... Okay, I give up.
This is just okay. Wow, I didn't look at. I hadn't had a chance to look at your screenshots today because but wow.
Here, try this one.
Yes, we know those are. I'm looking through the screenshots right now. You have a lot of screenshots of the gas bomb.
Oh, there's a shadow in this one. Oh, I guess you can still see it, but I already gave up because once you get to the bottom right hand corner, look at all those dots.
I would start down there.
I'm not even gonna try. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see what this was. There was above that map, there's something with a bunch of letters on it, and I was trying to figure out what it was, but it was so tiny.
I was trying to figure out whether it was Roman numerals of some sort.
No, there's like an A, a T, an E. I can read some of this. M. Do you want me to share this photo so maybe people can see what the heck I'm talking about?
I see there's a B3.
Okay, hold on. Let me share this in chat so everybody can see. Hold up. There's upload file.
Sounded like you said ooga booga. Ooga booga.
No, I said hold up.
Is it number
Thank you,
22?
Discord Mike. Okay, I'm sharing the photo. 1 second.
Saraxa, I hate you. Finally caught subject for Logs podcast stream. Spent 3 hours trying to cut out squares on the map.
Okay,
and then fell asleep on live stream. Great entertainer she is.
Okay, so if you look at the photo I just posted, there's like a map above that other one, or some kind of image above that other one that has a bunch of letters on it. So I was trying to figure out what it was.
22. 22's got
what is
clearer.
You see what 22 you said?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just.
I posted it in the chat for those in there.
Okay, let me just zoom in on.
What the heck is the thing next to it? It's
okay.
Like...
Oh yeah, that could be B3, K. Okay, that's definitely a Roman numeral. J, P, Pix, AV. What is this? It looks kind of like it was meant to be a.
It looks like it look from far away in the before you zoom in, it kind of looks like the map to Middle Earth.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say, it looks like a map, like one of those things you would see in Fallout, like what the world would look like after Fallout or something.
Oh, that's blurry. I was about to say subject 4, do you have a bigger version of that? And Hannah posted one. And this is what's on the other side of the lab coat, just in case people want to know.
I know, that's bug because this
Roman
this looks like
numerals. Hold on, Google. Because I only know Roman numerals up to a certain point, and then I don't know them after that. Rapid tables. Okay, what's the one that I didn't recognize? Oop, not that file. Hold on. Too many things open again. Why do I do this to myself? Okay, JXV11. Is that even undefined? Okay, so XV11 would be 17, so that's J17. If we're not counting the first letter on all of them. So B3, J17, A5, because that's V is 5. E, XV5 would be 16, if I remember how to read these. K5, K7.
7.
So we need to write these down. Unless somebody's writing, if
B9.
someone's writing these down.
I wasn't listening.
Someone in chat writing this down, we appreciate you. If I read these off, can someone write these down? C is 100, yeah, L is 50, yeah. I didn't know if like J or any of those were actually part of it.
K is 7. That doesn't seem right.
So B3.
Shades B3.
E,
Shade says he's eating cake.
E16.
You've already been beaten. Look in chat.
Has someone got it?
E6, E16, B3, K7, J17.
Thank
A5.
you. Thank you, folks.
Jacob 17. Gemini 2018.
Alpha 5. Or this? Wait, we could use these as the phonetic alphabet. That'd be another option. So beta 3, then that would be if you're doing it that way. K is, oh gosh, I literally looked this up not too long ago. Kilo, thank you. Kilo 7. I mean that it'll be interesting to see where that ends up being. What this is, okay, that's gonna be something to look at. Echo 16. No, it's not giving me anything. I'm not getting anything out of this. If anybody's getting anything out of this.
It could just be Little Shop of Horrors prop design.
Fair enough.
That's Soroxa. The bulletin
counted.
Huh?
Your cat counted them. 125. Ooh. If you estimate around 140.
Ooh. Soroxa also says on the bulletin board next to the Time article, it says compound maintenance guidelines and guidelines spelt incorrectly.
Okay. Noted. There's so much to look at. This evolved into us looking at screenshots.
Beta, Kilo, Echo, Alpha, Juliet. Those are all military codes.
Mm-hmm.
Juliet, Beta 3, Kilo 7, Echo 16, Alpha 5, Juliet 17. I like your doodles on the side. Anna. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my gosh. It's a squatting buffalo has arrived. Squatter, if anytime you want to jump up on the stage, you can. It is open mic.
It pops up behind woods. Looks like an alphabet Morse code type thing. Okay. Interesting. So, well, because the reason I started going with like phonetic alphabet, and this actually can go with Morse code, is Pegasus was a government contract. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were using some military codes and such. That's the only reason my brain went there. Yeah, Grace said it too earlier, I guess. I saw that now. Military codes. What's the military codes? Yeah.
A little worrying that I did a Google image search for Echo 16 and got chainsaws.
Oh dear.
Kermit says, I think this lever turns on the computer. What do you think it does? I don't know.
That was really old. Looked like actually that
like a card reader?
That machine looked familiar, but I couldn't place it. I'd have to look at it again. But it looks like one of those real, like, like in old war movies, it looks like one of those machines. Like,
yeah,
that would do like ballistic trajectories or something like that.
Soroxa, I spotted that as well. He spelled Quinn without an I.
It looks like it's just an on-off switch from my point of view, looking at that screen.
Yeah, but probably for that
George
machine
says it's a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, it just says on-off.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that's just an on-off switch.
It looks like it's attached to it like a circuit breaker or something.
Also, call me, it's a long username, call me Juggy Ghost, pointed out like the blood. Yeah, that was something I noted too. That Wood said that was a vial of blood, and the little containers next to it reminded me of like when you go get your blood drawn. I remember seeing that. Oh, someone mapped them to
Chemicals. Ooh.
chemicals: boron, potassium, Einstein. Oh gosh, here we go.
Einsteinium, yeah. I'm
Einsteinium.
going back already to the periodic table.
Go look on the crazy periodic table. That is boron's not. Is it the third one on the periodic table?
It's 5.
It's 5, and on this one it's 3. Or unless it's mixed.
Are
in
they
these
doing
quantities.
electrons?
Oh, maybe.
They're doing electrons.
The
Right?
the valence shell. That could be
Possibly.
possibly. No, because that would be its atomic. Isn't it? Its atomic number, if I remember correctly, is its valence. Like has to do with it. Yeah, it has to do with electrons and its valence shell. I was looking at this
Actually,
recently.
boron 3 is its electron number.
Okay, potassium 7.
No.
That's what I didn't think. So potassium's K, and that was the one that was pointed out, and that was not. I didn't think.
It's
But
1,
if these are mixed in this quantity, maybe mixed in those quantities, and you do like the balancing of the equation, maybe that balances the equation.
The last one has the atomic number of 105.
That'd be an interesting thing to look at. I want to save.
Ooh. She's writing out
Oh, someone is writing out. Okay, she's writing out the equation. That's what I'm wondering if that is actually anything. Yeah, because we were messing with formulas earlier. So,
do you want to go to Google and I'll read it out to you?
Yeah, that might be. Oh, hey, Nugs. Just realized he joined.
Guys.
Hi, Nugs.
Science is happening.
Yes,
I
a
love
lot of science. Okay, you ready?
Science is awesome.
All right.
Yep.
So, yep.
B3K7 ES16 AS5 JO17.
Nothing.
Is that anything? Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. Can we mix that on the periodic table, or does that do anything?
No, that kind of it dead ends you after the second element.
I wish
then...
if you like made a bomb on the periodic table thing that it would just like blow up.
Too much fun after that.
Oh geez.
Yeah.
Well, that was worth a shot. That was actually good. That was a good line of thinking to go down the periodic table route. Shades thinks everything's a red herring at this point.
Except for the timelines. Anything that has to do with timelines. Let's go ahead. Oh, there was something Hannah, you got a screenshot of what the gas bomb was sitting on top of, the serum bomb. We'll just call it the serum bomb. What it was sitting on top of. There it is. Compound B property. Siroxa, if you and your eagle eyes can make out anything else. But we basically did a haha moment. Kaylin found that the formula to make a compound B is carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen, and how do you pronounce the other one? Osmium. So carbon 14, hydrogen 12, nitrogen 2, and then one osmium. And then I decided, hey, let's see if it spells out a word. And I got the word chosen. CHOSN. Does that mean anything? No,
cool.
It's just funny.
Not gonna lie,
we're all chosen. Yes, it's Chosen's name because he thought it was awesome. He is the chosen one.
So, what exactly are we talking about?
So we did find that. I don't know if there's anything else in that yet. C14, H12, N2,
interesting.
osmium.
I'm trying to see if I can reverse image search what this object is.
Which one? Oh, the switch or?
the switch mechanism that was under it, because sometimes you can reverse image search some of the stuff and figure out what it is.
Compound can
Not all the
also
time.
mean building.
Yeah, that
True.
was something that we were talking
Building
about
B
earlier.
property.
Yeah.
Or could that be an 8?
That looks like a B.
Is it a B?
Me. But then again, it's like that old. Yeah.
We are looking at an angle too.
No, I'd say that was a B. That looks very much straight.
That means there's a compound A somewhere, or possibly a compound C. Let me see. Can this be reversed image searched?
I
No,
just
it
love
cannot.
how many nerds we have in the chat today. It's awesome.
Where are you guys when we
Okay.
post on
What are
Spellbound?
these? No, that doesn't look right. These are all showing me like analog drum machines. I don't think that's what that is. Wait, what's this? Electronic, analog. Nope, they're all drum. It's picking up it as like a drum machine, but that's not. No, it's not a. Sorry, guys. I should mute myself when I'm doing this. I should mute myself when I'm trying to fathom things. I don't think that's what that is. Continue on. I'll mute myself.
Yeah, because she has a moment of rambling.
It's just weird that why would you put compound B onto a device property? Unless it's somebody's nickname, like they just his. Do we have anyone that starts with B in their name other than B? What was it? B27?
B27, yeah. Is that Morse code that George has just posted?
I will take a look.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Above the lunchbox, there was Morse code. Yep, that is Morse code. Where's S? Yeah, O. O is just ... S is //. And that's how you type in SOS. But, Hannah, what are we looking at here, Hannah? You got another?
That's definitely a B.
I like how when I open up this picture, immediately goes right to Matthias's phone, who has signal.
Yeah. 5G.
Well, he's got 2 bars.
Oh, no. Still 5G.
He's got good battery.
Suspend my disbelief.
He has T-Mobile. Yeah.
Afternoon.
T-Mobile, the call's gonna drop. Walks away quickly.
Topic change next.
Maybe potassium is what gives its radioactivity. Maybe, but it seems like that's a lot of potassium to do that, though.
Yeah, potassium is an element that we think is included, but we don't think it has a high enough count to cause the radioactivity.
No.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go on, even though I love the science. Well, actually, I'm just going to ask you another science question. It was something that caught my eye the second time I watched it. Like, I went to bed, I watched it the first time, went to bed, woke up, watched it again. There was, when they were doing the, like, flashbacks to the previous episode type of thing, they quickly showed the first VHS tape, and Mr. Punchable Face Man, he mentions it. He mentions Project Pegasus, and one of the documents that we got from the Mountaineer flashes up behind him. So, is that a clue that that's Project Pegasus?
To be honest, I put off looking at that one for so long because I expected it to be a red herring. And when that came up in that first video, I was like, oh, great. Now I've actually got to look into it.
But we've had ideas since then because of it. So.
Yes.
Well, I haven't really. I went through your guys' document a little bit, and what did I pull up? Which tab was that?
Which document is the next question? Because there's like how many of them out there now?
Dang it! I deleted it. I deleted it because I pulled up freaking shades theory. I pulled up, deleted because I pulled up Shade's theory of the sci-fi's 12 Monkeys time travel. Yeah. I do have to say there are a lot of parallels to the 12 Monkeys, but
Marvel Universe.
Yes.
There's another parallel that we're working on, a certain parallel that Artemis knows about that we kind of put on the back burner for a little bit.
Yeah, I love that parallel. The thing is nothing has disproved that yet.
Nope. I just keep finding more information that proves it, which is just great.
Yeah.
It just makes it more difficult.
Whenever you guys are ready to share it, the podcast is ready to hear it. I don't even know where your document went. Where'd it go? I've lost everything.
Like we sent you the link earlier. It should be somewhere buried in our conversation.
Yeah.
Crazy conversations.
Oh dear.
A lot of letters and numbers in our conversations.
There's like formulas being thrown around. There's
me telling Matt I didn't like his episode.
Is this the document that we shared with you originally that you're after?
Which document are you after? Because there's a lot of documents. Are you talking about the one we posted today?
There was. I scrolled up and then it jumped. The psycho-electronic weapons effect.
That thing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I know that popped up, but the Mountaineer, let me pull up the Mountaineer because the picture that's on the document in the Mountaineer had more pictures than just the psychoelectric weapons.
Yeah, it had all the other information. And then we found
one of them is actually cut off part of it. So
we found, was it me? Who found it? Someone found it for us. Had given us a link.
I think.
Someone had given us a link.
I think it was Danosaurus.
Yeah. Someone gave us a link to Popular Mechanics had a thing about it, and that's where you got the actual clean copy of it.
Yeah, that's where I am.
Okay, yeah. You could have grabbed that from the timeline, too. It was in there like 3 times because of the different points in time.
The thing about that is that your guys' documents open a lot better than the timeline, even though I'm like, hey, ladies, you guys should do a timeline. And then you guys went after it, and now I'm like, I can't load said timeline.
Press play and keep hitting next. That's all I have to say. Like we did in We Are 863. That's the least laggy way to run through it.
It's so funny how like everyone over in Spellbound's all like, ooh.
I know. Salmon was reaction on We're 863 was just classic.
I hope they like that because that was that was a lot of work.
Even Matthias commented on it. Whoa.
It was a lot of work to do that.
Yeah, it definitely was. I felt bad mentioning it to you guys. I was like, oh man, that was like a mistake mentioning that because you're gonna be there forever. But you guys did it pretty quick.
Well, we already had one kind of going with, you probably saw at the top of the transcripts, we had one running. Like, I was already trying to figure this out. So it was a matter of taking what I had written down and putting it visually.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too bad. But it did take a lot of time.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, back to psychoelectric. Enough about what we were doing.
I'm still trying to find the evidence.
Well,
see chat.
So, there we go.
There it is. I found it. Oh, okay.
Leave it to Caitlin. And you say I'm Deb.
I just know where my filing system works.
Exactly.
Is that a dig at us? I think that was a dig at us, Steph.
No.
Never.
Never.
Never. It's like the guy at nights at work whenever I see him, he goes, trouble. I was like, me never.
You are trouble.
Okay, so
in the years I've known you, you're trouble.
Always.
we've got the bioelectromagnetic with the towers, and then the thing that could be portable on the car. But this is.
So go ahead if you before I say what I'm going to say.
I'm just angry again at Matt.
So your default state right now.
Yep. So when we went back to this, I remember when we originally looked at this, we're like magnets and electromagnets and all this other stuff. I'm like, this makes no sense. And then now looking at something that we found in the RV, which we believe is also part of, was it Life's Blood? We determined it to be part of. Yes.
Yes.
We determined it to potentially be a serum component in Life's Blood. There's a certain thing that reacts to magnets and electricity and electromagnets, and that is ferrofluid.
Yes.
So when we saw that flash on the screen, my brain immediately went, okay, which of the chemicals that we've seen reacts to something like that? So maybe it's not.
Is that what was in the gas thing? Was ferrofluid? Like the shiny bits in, because it was like rotating around and stuff.
Well, ferrofluid's darker, I thought, but I mean, if it was
in the middle,
moving at that speed, though.
Oh yeah, moving at that speed potentially, because it did kind of look very metallic,
shimmery. So it could be ferrofluid, but the thing is, we also did, when they first walked into the little shop of horrors, Matt, not Sam and Woods, but Matt, there was a good shot of something black growing on the wall.
Okay.
So
yeah, I haven't worked out what that is yet, but that's definitely not ferrofluid.
No.
Ferrofluid in its natural state
it
is
isn't.
a liquid.
So, the thing is that what we're doing. Okay, so we do know bioweapons. Fungus is a bioweapon. Mold and fungus can be a bioweapon. We have seen black fungus. And then we saw a big shot of it when Matt walks into the little shop of horrors. There it is. George got a picture of it, of like a black fungus.
Yeah.
And so when I'm thinking the serum and that stuff, I'm thinking black fungus. But it would also make sense to be ferrofluid because it was behaving like ferrofluid.
Yes. And then the other thing is, when we were trying to figure out antidote stuff, we came across something that repels things that are technically what's the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm talking about, Kaylin. What's the word I'm looking for here? Remember? I said it was repelling and we thought it was okay, so what was it? Hold on, let me pull up the thing. I said it repels it, and I thought that was fascinating. Because I'm like, okay, that lends credence to this. Hold on, too many documents. One of these days.
No.
Serum components. This is why we have separate documents or something. Serum components inventory. Please load, Google. Do not crash on me. Okay. Nanotubes. Carbon nanotubes. Used to deliver cell payloads without being metabolized. It's an electrostatic repulsion. So there's electrostatic repulsion when it comes to using carbon nanotubes, and carbon nanotubes are used for delivering DNA payloads to cells. They are water soluble. And what else was there? Yeah, so we figured, yeah, that's pretty much the water soluble. Carbon was on the stabilizing key. This could have been used as the stabilizing key, not carbon specific, but carbon nanotubes. And this has electrostatic repulsion. So we're like, okay, if this was done in a certain way, you could technically repel against the ferrofluid. If the ferrofluid was in Life's Blood, we know that the antidote chased the Life's Blood in a sense. So could that have been electrostatic repulsion? Did I just
Wow.
Does that make any sense?
It does. But again, we need more data, I think.
Yeah, it's this is going to like nanotechnology is the route I went. You're going fungus, bioweapon. I went nanotechnology.
Well, of course you would.
Between.
You're a computer scientist.
Yeah. You can't blame me.
Well, I mean, was it with Shades? Who were we talking about with the symbiote? Or was that just, I don't really remember.
We
All my podcasts are flowing together. Yeah, so I don't know. But anyway, we're going into old theories, I think, again. So let's go ahead and open up the stage and see what subject 4 has to say. If you are on the Discord right now, we're going to go ahead and open up the stage to you. If you have an observation, a theory, or a question, we'll do our best to answer. We are not employees of Spellbound, but we are huge Spellbound fans. But yes, we're the crazies. So if you have any questions or comments or concerns or whatever, we can go ahead and answer those for you. But also, we do have some rules about joining the podcast up on the stage. We are live streaming this on YouTube. I almost said on TV. We are live streaming this on YouTube. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. So you must be at least 14 years or older. If you do sound younger, I am so sorry. Even if you're an 80-year-old woman and you come on and you sound like an 8-year-old, I'm going to have to boot you. You have to be at least 14 years older. Be free of any background noises. And please have a decent mic. Even like Shades said that he used a Skull Candy headphone set for a long time. Even that will work. Even talking on your phone on speaker, even that will work. Just make sure that it's free of background noise as much as possible. So I am going to go ahead, and I see Werewolf is right here in the front. Werewolf, I'm going to go ahead and invite you to speak. You go ahead and just click at the top, accept. Hello. Hi. Are you there? Werewolf? Okay, I'm going to move you back to the audience. Grace is here. Grace, go ahead and invited you.
Hey,
hi, Miss Grace.
Hi, Artemis. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
So do you have a theory, an observation, or a question?
I just noticed that the serum bomb is like you said about the black substance.
Mm-hmm.
I also, with my theory, like I remember from one of the Dope or Nope, I know this is not part of it, but I remember Matt touching the putty that also has the same substance on it. And I also noticed that when I was shocked too when Matt said that I'm totally immune to this or something. I was like trying to figure out what he meant when he said that.
He said he was totally immune? I must have missed that.
He kind of said it a little bit, but then I also noticed that they missed a few clues. Like, I know that they did the right thing for not touching the whatever it was inside the bio bag when they first went in and saw the barrel.
Okay, so the barrel in the trunk.
Yes.
So you want to know what's in there. So any theories, Kaylin or CompSci or any of my other moderators or anyone in the chat, any theories what could have been in that trunk?
Probably the key to get out.
More serum.
I would think tiny little key just on a little red velvet cushion.
Maybe more serum, maybe more antidote, maybe more clear serum because we haven't seen a lot of that.
Yeah, true.
Or it could just be a trunk of like medical supplies, could be papers. Maybe there's papers in there of research. Who knows what could have been in there?
Yeah. And then you mentioned something about Matt being immune. When did he state that? Again, I've only seen it twice.
Yeah, I heard it twice too. But it was kind of like a little bit fainted when I heard it. I was trying to also figure out, like, what does he mean when he said that? Like, I know that for a fact that he had his antidote with him.
Yeah, and he was a big old liar. Sorry.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was thinking, like, what is he? What could he be hiding from us? Like what you said, you mentioned Matt's really good at hiding stuff.
Yep, 863 Matthias is really good at hiding things, but the documents about our subjects that were on the emulator, it was the emulator or was it the server?
It was
the confirmed subjects.
That was on
the SD card.
D3B.
It was on the SD card that came with D3B.
Yeah, it said something about them coming into contact, but right? Or
they had come in contact with the substance, but no ill effects. Actually, I can pull that up because we have that on the. I think we have those on the transcripts potentially. Yep, subject file, examiner log, Matt. Has come in contact with Project Pegasus a few times, but has never physically touched the substance. No ill effects observed.
So come in contact could mean come in contact, but has not touched.
Just come near to.
So holding the vial, but not actually having it on the substance on his hands.
But then again, that's not coming in contact with.
True.
Contact means like that just means being in close proximity. When someone says being in contact, that means touching. But how do you touch without not touching?
Well, it is radioactive.
Active.
So the idea of being exposed to that radiation could be contact, I guess.
Well, in the first couple of times with the clear liquid, they have breathed that stuff in.
Yes.
Have they ever breathed in the red stuff?
They all wore gas masks when they were testing with it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they've ever opened the bottle otherwise. Only the clear one, because that got smashed onto the floor.
Yeah.
The clear one could also be Project Pegasus.
We think remember, it's a two-parter.
Yeah.
The clear and the red kind of confirms that it's a two-parter. At least in our eyes, at least my eyes, it confirms that. The fact that they were both plugged in.
So it could be. Could he be immune? I don't know then.
Well, yeah, that is something that we've suggested, that maybe they didn't even need those vials.
Maybe they are immune.
Well, here's
the point of 863 was them being immune, which is why it would work better having them.
Here's the thing that bothers me a lot about the conversation with Deb. She said, make sure that you all have your vials of antidote. That you all have vials of antidote. How did Deb know that there were 4 vials? And how did Deb know that there were 4 of them?
This goes back to the whole she can predict things, potentially. Or
I don't like it. She would have known that he would have been calling for location 3.
Well, yeah.
Before he needed that.
So she had to have known, unless there's only, okay, this is more a bit of a stretch, I guess. Unless she knew there was only 4 vials of that in existence left. But what are the odds that there's only 4 antidotes left? And it just so happens that, there's now 4 people going to all these locations because now we have Quinn representing us. Like, yeah, it's a bit sus, for lack of a better word.
Squatting buffalo, shut up.
What did he
Wibbly
say?
Wobbly, timey wimey stuff.
It is sus. It is sus.
It bothers me because she did not. Okay.
Breathe, Artemis.
Remember to
breathe. Speak your words.
No. Okay. She sent them all on the mission. It was to look for clear stuff, not red stuff. She said to find more stuff that you've been finding around your studio, which was the clear stuff. But yet she made them go look for red stuff. And how did she know that they were going to not find the red stuff and that they would have to steal said red stuff from the Phantom? And oh, by the way, we found blue vials. Like, I would understand. I understand knowing the future. And if Shade's theory about the timeline is correct, then she would have to orchestrate events by her own personal hand to make sure that this all worked out. But now we have the Phantom, because they didn't get the blue stuff from anything that Deb said. They stole it from the Phantom, which was never Deb's original idea, which was never Deb's original plan. But they ended up getting this. And she's just like, oh, yes, that stuff. I should have sent you to go see that stuff instead. Like, it just bothers me.
Deb confuses everyone. I feel at this point.
If you're going to send people to look for radioactive serum that could cause potential side effects and harm, the first thing I would have them go look for is the antidote in case something bad might happen.
She never even mentioned an antidote to them, I don't think, in the first place.
No, so far, all of the antidote talk has been working on an antidote.
Yeah. But we didn't find out she was working on an antidote until we started looking for the red stuff, because that was in notes. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see your confusion and frustration.
It's just frustration. It's just frustration with Deb, because it's like,
Shades.
Because the timeline changed.
This is he's going down Loki here, Nexus events. Oh dear.
I'm doing that. I'm reacting to that. We have our own emoji for Shades.
Oh dear.
And it just says Shades no.
We haven't really seen clear serum since that first bottle. Until now. We've seen clear serum.
Yeah.
So we still don't have a name for the clear serum. Like, we have the blue is the antidote. We have the red is life's blood. The clear serum is still the clear serum because we don't have a name for it.
True.
Can I pose the question that maybe the clear serum is the original counter agent?
The counter agent that should, but why would they be? Why would Project Pegasus have that? She was working on an antidote for PR purposes for Project Pegasus. And
one of the things was PPS Prime, Project Pegasus Serum. We think the colon out, not colon. What? Not, no. Apostrophe. It's getting late. Apostrophe after it meant prime. So primary. We were also trying to figure that out. I say that to the person who's awake at, like, what is it, 1:30 where you are?
Yeah.
Anyway, that bothers me.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, Grace, there was a lot of stuff that happened that we did miss. There was a lot of stuff that they missed, which they're trapped there now, so we might be able to actually have a look around at things. So
they've got
thank
a double
you.
Escape room to deal with. So.
Yep.
A double.
Yeah, because they've got to get out of their vault and then get out of the area they were in.
Which will be
well,
interesting.
we know. Hopefully, Matt has Discord on his phone.
Well, not if
there's
you
no
can
cell
know
reception.
Signal.
No signal.
He has reception.
They're not supposed to. Remember, Woods and Sam said they don't.
Well, they probably have cricket. Anyway, thank you so much, Grace.
Thank you, Artemis. Thank you, Science Base.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
All right, Werewolf said he got his their mic working, so let's go ahead and invite them again. Werewolf, I invited you.
Answers usually end up being like 6 hours.
Hello?
I know. Hi, Werewolf. There you are. Hi,
Hello.
How are you?
Hey.
So kind kind of. My question is, who do you think is going to rescue them from that room?
Us.
Themselves. 'Cause they can't contact us.
Themselves.
I mean, I've heard of people driving over there. I don't know if they'll be able to find it, but
we did not see Matt leave the studio. He could have told Kevin the location.
Or Bailey. Yeah.
Or Bailey.
Bailey's here, but Bailey didn't tell you where they are.
Bailey, where are they?
Is she still here?
Is Bailey
No,
still
she's
here?
Gone. No, she's gone.
No.
Oh, she's gone, Bailey.
Bailey, come back. We have a question for you.
It's like that song, Bailey, come.
Oh dear.
Sorry.
So I have a theory. I'm not 100% sure, but I think Wes is going to save them.
Ooh. Oh, you mean Wes is the Phantom, huh?
Well, I don't think he's a Phantom. I think he is the man in the mask. But I mean, I have this whole theory where I think he was the one who broke in the first time, and that clear. Well, we don't really know if it was clear. It was kind of a milky color in the injector, and maybe it is sort of a temporary counter agent to give him some agency. And he's been basically a Phantom for 20 years under Cyphus, and was trying to get out from under him.
Yeah.
So,
I can see that.
So, okay, let me clarify your theory. Are you saying the original stalker is Wes? And so the stalker and the Phantom are two different people, or are you saying that they're both Wes? Okay, so you're saying that Wes is the stalker.
So the person who broke in the first time is Wes. And the person who broke in when they discovered it after, which was technically before, timeline-wise, during the summer of 2020, that is an actual Phantom. Same person who was in the Mountaineer stalking them.
Okay.
In your eyes, how many different people have broken into the studios?
At least two, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Minimum two.
I hate my moderators in the chat right now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to the chat.
What did we do?
No, the Squatting Buffalo and his shades.
Oh.
Their theory is that it's just a dream. Matt wakes up in his bed and is like, that's a crazy dream. And then Squatting Buffalo, it's Luna's dream.
I feel like I'd be angry if that was the answer.
I already said if they wake up and it's just a dream, I'm never speaking to Matt again. I close the podcast down. I'll walk away from all of this. There's too much work involved for it to be like, it's a dream. But anyway, going back to your theory, werewolf. So you think that Wes is going to save them, so the stalker is going to save them. Because to me, I think we have enough evidence to say that the Phantom... so sorry. We have a lot of evidence. Speculation evidence that the Phantom is Wes. But we also have a lot of evidence that says that he's not, because he has a British accent. And we've already heard Wes. He does not have a British accent. So
Actually,
I do not... What?
We don't know that we've heard Wes.
Oh no, here we go. I heard this one. Here we go.
I hate the podcast.
This is what you get for telling us you come in.
Me too.
Okay. Who
Artemis,
was dead talking into the
We don't know because he was never named. Deb was the only person named in that recording.
I thought we were burying this.
No, I'm not burying
She's like, we're not.
This is like the twisted chats. You saw the twisted chats she made me do, right?
Yes. Shade,
my brain.
shut up.
There is no name for the guy in those conversations. Like there is no name for the second person in the emails found in the RV. Only Deb is ever named.
Well, who should she be talking to?
There was a lot of people. She spoke to GR,
okay.
she spoke to B27. There's other people in this company, not just Wes, Cyphers.
We weren't going to bury this. That was a joke. We actually looked into this at some point.
Well,
we
she's
just hadn't
good.
said anything.
She's good to bring that up because... Okay, the Phantom is Wes. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, she could be talking to Kendall. Kendall, thank you, George.
What if the Phantom has Wes kidnapped somewhere?
Oh?
What if Wes is the boss of the Phantom?
In location.
Oh
3.
no, not this one too.
That would be fun.
She has a lot of theories about this. She's told me. We just haven't said anything yet.
What Werewolf
one
just
of the
said?
One of the other locked rooms.
Yeah, what if Wes is locked up by the Phantom in one of the locked rooms?
So think about this logically. The person who's going to save them is going to be the person who knows where they are. And at the moment, the only person who knows where they are is Deb.
Well, no, I don't think that's exactly true because clearly, if you're going to set up a trap, you would set up some sort of way to notify the people who set up the trap that someone set off the trap.
But that's exactly what they said. Yeah, that's what they said. We'll see you after the experiment. And
but yeah, again, assuming that that's being watched after 20 years.
So we're gonna have like a 50-year-old come in. Where were you all these years? Sorry.
I mean, how long was Deb?
What 50-year-olds
wait. How long was Deb waiting for us?
She wasn't waiting. She was planning this.
Well, I'm
20 years. It's still 20 years.
I'm playing the never mind.
Devil's advocate. I know. I'm fluent in that.
I'm just saying.
Taken over.
We basically at this point we know everything and nothing at the same time.
It's fabulous, isn't it?
No,
I feel like a lot of the evidence fits this particular theory.
It does, yeah. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I don't know. The other theory is it's the undercover officer who saves them. And that would make sense because obviously Deb knows where
I would
they
like
are.
that. I would like Deb reaching out to the undercover officer and him coming. I like that theory.
Can he
but then again,
notion to like jam the door open before he goes in? Please.
I would.
He's smarter than all three of them.
I would hope.
4 of them.
Because we were screaming. Yeah. We were screaming, "Don't close the door!"
Yeah, I don't expect much from Matt when it comes to these videos.
Squatting Buffalo has the scene in his head. Squatting Buffalo says, all we see is white New Balance shoes as the doors open.
I think if they're going to save him, they got to have a good conversation with him. Like an actual, like he needs to be in a We Are 863 episode.
Yeah.
Sorry. He needs to come on the podcast and we'll interview him.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
In character.
John Doe.
Oh, yeah.
The first
that'd be
question
awesome.
someone's got to ask, and you've got to do it, Artemis, is ask, what's your real name? Who the hell are you?
No, John. Can I call you John or should I call you something else? What is that?
Oh, that's
good God, Hannah has no life.
God.
No, this is interesting.
I'm pinching half your stuff, sorry.
Hannah, I'm saving this and I will give you credit for it because that's interesting. I will save that and I'm saving that, look at that, and we will give you credit.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Werewolf. With John Doe, I think, well, it would be interesting that Wes would save them. So we do have a couple of characters that could maybe save them. Could be Bailey, Could be Kevin. Could be Deb. Could be Wes. Or it could be John Doe.
Isn't Kevin sus, according to Spellbound?
Oh, Kevin's definitely sus.
I don't know. My sister thinks Syphus is going to show up and start experimenting on them. So that's the other way it could go.
Your sister's dark, and I love her for it.
Yeah, it could go much darker than this.
But it could also, okay.
Yeah, don't go there.
Do you have another? We do have a couple of other characters that could save them. Kendall, looking for his camera.
I mean, any scientist could really show up. We don't.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about somebody saving them. I thought they were going to have to save themselves, but that's a good point to bring up.
Well, someone has to open the door.
Depends. There could be something in there that unlocks the door.
Why don't they just... Sorry.
Okay.
This is what happens when I make a thought. I make throw up noises. No. Why don't they just disconnect the red vial and throw it on the door?
Just burn it.
That's what I'm saying.
They wouldn't be able to breathe because of the smoke.
The red vial? No, the red vial melts.
Yeah, and it causes fumes.
So
I mean, it's
yeah. Think about when they opened the LAPD case.
Yeah.
But that's the clear liquid. I'm talking about the red.
It could also be the case where once the thing goes off and everything, and it's done that gas bomb's done going off, it could have been programmed to just unlock the door. Because if it was programmed to slam the door, it can probably be programmed to do the opposite.
Maybe. Did they take that camera from Sam and Wood's location?
Good question.
There's film in there, I bet.
Oh, good point.
And there was red lights in location 3, like a dark room for developing film. There's some stuff there.
Oh, that'd be interesting. But I think the camera would be back at the studio. I guess they could develop it back at the studio. It'd be like old film, but they probably could do it.
Stays with the theme.
I like that idea that there's film in the camera.
Can we just get Woods to pick up the whole entire contraption and just throw it at the door?
I don't know how safe that would be.
I love you, werewolf. You mean drop it?
Dear, that whole situation.
I'm never going to let that go.
I'm so sorry. I dropped it 4 feet away.
That was a panic answer.
It was an outright lie. It wasn't a panic answer.
It was the I just did this and I don't want to admit I did this, but I did it anyway, and so they panic answer.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Werewolf. I'm going to go ahead and get to one more person, and then we're going to have to end this because poor Mistress Kaylin and our UK fans. So sorry, but thank you for being here.
2 in the morning.
I know. Thank you so much, Werewolf.
Thank you.
Shades is thinking something that Kaylin's pointed out a few times, too.
Okay, I invited our favorite nerd up. Hannah, I invited you. Click up at the top. Since she's been...
Hello.
There she is. Hello!
I'm busy doing wasting my life stuff.
I'm not even going to ask. I already know you have a bunch of theories or observations. So what you got?
I'm currently making a list of every single patient and character in the story.
Oh.
Ew. Yeah. You really should check out one of our documents.
Yeah, we have quite a few.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to invite her to like a private chat.
The main thing that I have is these 2 images that I'm going to send to the chat real quick. I've cleared them up the best I can, but I have absolutely no idea what they are.
I know.
See,
I was looking at them earlier.
Yeah.
That looks like a pentagon.
Someone mentioned that the top one looks like a circuit type thing.
Yeah,
And
the
then
top one.
I tried searching for a clear frame where I can read the sticky note that points to the middle of the hexagon looking thing, but I cannot seem to find one that is clear enough.
So the top picture that you posted reminds me of a Dungeons and Dragons map for a DM.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
So
image at the bottom of the bottom picture that says Lightcrawler.
The top one does look like circuits. Or tubes of some sort. The bottom one.
crawler.
Lightcrawler.
And then one of the other images says how many.
Intelligence. And then I can't read the name under the picture of the man.
No, I haven't been able to find one clear enough to read him.
This looks like the Pentagon. For some reason, this just screamed Pentagon to me.
Here's the unedited image that I just posted.
Okay, let's
There's an
zoom
infinity
in
mark
here.
on the top right.
How many? What does that say? Saraxa? Are you still here? Help!
Yes, he is.
Logan said that it looks like blueprints, but I would go to say that it looks more like an aerial view, like a satellite picture of whatever it is, and that the lines are roads.
I'm trying to read what it says under these photos.
I'm also thinking crop circles. Which is weird,
You're going aliens now?
Look at the spots on them though.
Yeah. Yeah, it is like a maze. Okay.
Saraxa just posted a picture. It's at another angle where you can see the green pictures.
Let's see if I can edit that and make it any clearer. Give me a second here.
Saraxa, don't hate me, but the top left image kind of looks like you. Just like going like, grrr.
Did he print your picture for this?
Oh dear.
Lens.
It's me.
Intelligence lens?
Squatting, I'm not looking at his PvP. Oh my god. See that picture? Chosen posted it.
The one that looks it looks like the one that looks like a circuit also is giving me alchemy vibes. Don't ask why. I feel
it
like
gives me Dungeons and Dragons vibes. Like that is what a DM would look at when they're leading their group into like a castle or something, and then there's traps or dead ends or treasure. I've the only way I have played Dungeons and Dragons is through being a DM. I've never played it. I've always been DM.
We played
Logan's just
D&D. I've played D&D. Okay.
Yeah, but see, this is what a DM would look at.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Here is a slightly clearer image of the photos under the words. The words under the photos.
Okay.
The words of photos.
Something security. Camp security.
Intelligence level.
Camp security? Camp security.
That's what it looks like, yeah. And then under the one underneath that says how many.
So does this thing say something camp? Blank camp is what it's pointing
to. Are we going to camp? Sorry.
No. This could be like a military
you're right.
kind of thing. Yeah, it could be a military thing. A military camp.
You're right, it does say something camp and then points to the center.
And it looks like a Pentagon, government, military. Okay, we're going down this route. Okay.
Military is not a shocking thing in this.
No.
It looks like the top one says intelligence level ?
It looks like some kind of like what's that image even?
I don't know. It looks like there's a camera on the ground and someone's like walking over it.
Interesting. Light Oh, my brain.
Logan thinks it says intelligence level 2.
It says intelligence level, it's question mark.
Yeah, it looks like a fancy question mark.
Yeah, because it matches the one on how many as well.
And the one beside Lightcrawler.
Yeah.
Could those then, that picture down, the one that looks like the circuit going off, you said that would be like a dungeon map. What if that's tunnels?
Oh, that would be interesting.
Tunnels underneath whatever this is.
It doesn't really match the shape, though.
Tunnels
Could that be a map of the little house of horrors they're in?
Going off the fact that it looks like a Dungeon Master's map, usually like the ones that aren't connected are either above it or underneath of it. But it's cut off by the pictures on the second level.
Mm.
There's so much information.
There is.
And it's very dark. Like it's
It
shadow
is really dark.
it's
Here's
because
a full picture of everything on that wall.
Okay, open. Zoom in.
And then I already posted the full list of everything on the map to the top left. There's a total of 11
the black thing's
things
probably
on
just
there.
a shadow subject 4. It's like someone's taking a picture from overhead.
It bothers me that the location map, I don't think it's a location map, because why would you have a bunch of locations in the bottom right hand corner like that? Like that's basically a university campus layout of having that. I'm hesitant to believe that it might be Serum locations.
So for starters with that, there are 87 of them.
Mm.
Secondly, I would go to venture and say that they're Serum locations, not building locations.
Yeah, because there's way too many dots in that bottom right-hand corner.
They're all numbered, and the highest number I saw was 87.
I mean, I went to the University of Arizona, and the buildings aren't even that close together.
Yeah, and one weird thing I noticed on this is that some of them are blue. Most of them are red, but I see at least 2 blue ones.
Yeah, I saw that one earlier. I was like, why was one of them blue?
That's what I was counting. I was like, and you were like, why is that one a different color? And I was like, you are here.
There's 2 blue ones, though. There's one underneath his hand, too.
Yeah.
But when I cleared that image, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the highest number I saw was, I think, 87. And you can see it starts with 1, like, out in the top left, and gets higher as they go in.
Soroxa says blue S1, S2.
Maybe site 1, site 2?
Or
maybe
season 1, season 2. Sorry.
Soroxa 1.
My entire camera roll is just screenshots of everything.
Yeah.
Do I have another picture of that?
Desktop.
Here we go. Is this the one that we can read?
Shades just posted something throwing shade at you guys. He said, no, let them have fun following red herrings.
It could not. It doesn't. It's not always a red herring. There's only 2 things we found so far that we've thrown as red herrings, and said forget about them.
Yeah, one of them I looked at for like 2 hours.
She was very angry.
Yeah, and then when I found out it traces back to a Deviant artist, I was like, oh, what is my life?
What is ours?
I know, huh?
2863, I believe.
Again, we need more data, and every time I say that, we get more puzzles. So
Well, that's
And
part of
then-
the fun, I guess. Is my definition of
I'm
fun
getting
your
more
definition
annoyed.
of
I'm
fun? Two different things.
Well, I flat out secret to Artemis. I flat out told Matthias I hated this episode because it was annoying. I'm sorry. I'm like building this like little puzzle, and here comes in Dad, and he dumps more puzzle pieces, and I'm like, I thought I was making a little My Little Pony puzzle set, but all of a sudden he dumps in like a huge epic unicorn one, and then holds the key pieces in his hand and says, "You can't get these until next week." And I'm all like, ugh.
It's part of the fun.
I want a data dump. that sounded awful. But I want like a data dump.
It's the chest.
Roxa, that is
lock.
exactly what it is.
It's that chest.
The picture that Saraxa just posted is almost identical to the location map.
That's sanitary. Am I any chance?
Okay.
Here, I just posted one so you can kind of see them side by side. Yeah, that is almost identical.
What is that a map? What is that a picture of, Saraxa?
It's a red herring map.
The roads don't quite line up, though.
Is that Santa Clarita?
Okay.
I don't see in the map from the episode, it looks like there's a road that goes straight north. But in the map that Saraxa posted, I don't see any road that goes straight north.
Unless that maps, I mean, these maps we're assuming are how old?
Yeah.
Oh, things change.
It could be an aerial map of and what we're looking at here, because notice the grid, the perfect grid that we have going across. Maybe these dots are subterranean. So this road could be anything. Could be a pipe that's going underground, or it could be.
Oh wait,
the circuit could be sewers.
Saraxa is really zoomed out. It looks like the map that we have is considerably more zoomed in based on how big the city is in the bottom corner. So the road could just be in the middle of the city and hard to see.
Yeah.
My brain went, that other one looks like maybe a sewer system. That could be another thing.
Or tunnels.
Tunnels, sewer system, something subterranean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, not to jump trains, but back to the map that we were talking about before the podcast. We were only focusing on the 6 that we could see in that image.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the problem with the element theory, and that it's some sort of formula for something, is that there's no
Chosen,
J.
I see what Shades posted. I'm waiting for the girls to see what he posted.
Oh my god.
Is
Shades.
What is that a map of?
He's not going to tell you.
Can you reverse Google search it?
Probably, yeah. Just download it.
I
Shades
wonder
just
where
came
I
up
found
here.
this.
Shades.
No, I'm not going to tell you what it is, because I want you to find out on your own, and I want you to feel
told
silly.
You? No, I know what it is, but
I know exactly what it is. I knew me and Saraxa had this conversation earlier, and I knew I recognized that map from somewhere. And when I realized what it was, I felt so dumb for not recognizing
it. Is this from Fallout or something?
That's the Capital Wasteland map from Fallout 3.
I haven't played Fallout, so as soon as I saw Wasteland map, I'm like, wait, okay.
Yeah, that's the Capital Wasteland map from Fallout 3.
Okay, what's a shadow crawler?
I have no idea.
Light crawler.
Light crawler.
Light crawler.
I never attempted to say that I knew what a what is it? A light crawler? What do they call it? A light crawler? I know I don't have any idea what that is.
Oh, dear.
So instead of poking fun at the girls trying to figure out what the map is, why don't you try to help them figure out what the other side is?
Okay, we can do that.
I didn't recognize it because I haven't played that game.
Yeah. I'll be nice. But no, I was just sitting here and it was killing me because I was like, I know what this is.
Yeah, I didn't want to, because you guys were talking about it on the moderator chat, and I was just like, oh, that's interesting. But I mean, they could be taking something. I don't know. Again, it's like the red herring that I found with the stupid Latin symbol, but I mean, they could definitely still play it into the story and write it into the story. If that makes sense.
And honestly, what I believe, and this is just my opinion, not to like snub anybody else's opinion, just what I think. I think this was a pre-set up escape room that they kind of rented or used, and it was already pre-set up with all these clues and things kind of already in place, and they just added their little bit of flair to it before they went in. And all of this that we're looking at, there's so much information in this place, so much to gather off of this, and I feel like they left it there purposely so it would throw us off. So we would just be doing what we're doing now, but looking at the Capital Wasteland map from Fallout 3, I'm like, I wonder what this is.
I have never played Fallout. I played that was a flat out lie. I've played it a couple times with my foster kids, but I mean maybe 3 times, but that's about it.
I've only ever watched people play it.
It's been a long time since I played it.
It's a great game series.
Yeah. With the was it Nuka-Cola?
Nuka-Cola.
I'm getting tired. I think we need to wrap up the podcast. But how long has this been a podcast? Forever. We've been here for 4 hours. No, I'm just kidding.
2 hours.
No.
Just 2 hours. But I mean, it's good to come and talk with people that are fans of the show, fans of the series, because some of us don't have anyone to talk to about it. Like myself, there's no one in my real life that watches 863. I talk about it nonstop so much that my friends get annoyed with me, but I'm like, hey, can you watch it then? But so some of us don't have real life people to talk about. So when we get episodes that are so frustrating for some and scary for others, or even dramatic to where somebody said that they cried because they thought Matt was going to die. This was the end of Matthias 863. So it's nice to come and basically do a data dump, an emotional dump, or whatever we need to do to get it off our chest and talk about it and develop theories until we get more clues and pieces to the puzzle until Wednesday. So we'll find out if Matthias Dead. So we'll see. But thank you everyone for joining the podcast. We are gonna wrap it up here. Thank you, Shades, for jumping up and right there at the end. Thank you, Science Babes. Thank you, Hannah, with all your hard work of getting screenshots and stuff. I mean, I don't know how you got the Compound B screenshot, but thank you everyone who was on the podcast, on the guests, everyone who's watching on the YouTube live stream. But I want to make an emphasis that the conversation does not end here. The conversation can be always picked up in, you can come and join our Discord, post theories, join the VC, hop onto the VC, bounce ideas with other people. You also have the 863. If you're a premium member on Spellbound, you have the 863 Discord to go bounce ideas. They even have a VC. Not many people use that VC, but they do have a VC over there. Spellbound, post your theories, have a conversation down below with somebody, bounce ideas off of them. There are great people and great platforms on Twitch. We are 863 is a good Twitch channel to go and dive deep and not get the behind the scenes stuff that some people don't want to be included in. They want to keep the magic, but there are so many platforms that are opening up. Feel free to go look in my Discord in the Subject 4 podcast Discord. There is a shout out section. Make sure to check out those people, those platforms. If you enjoy them, subscribe to them, and let's all just be a community together and talk about these things. And I mean, we sat here and talked for 2 hours about this episode. So clearly there's a lot that needs to be said, and a lot of people have ideas and a lot of people have theories, and that seems like we're never going to finish this puzzle, but somebody out there might hold a key to your puzzle and your theory. They might be holding the key puzzle piece. So we need to be Subject 4 together and help our characters. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, YouTube, who's on all my moderators on the YouTube. Thank you, all my moderators here in the Discord, and the moderators who joined me on stage, and everyone who joined me on stage. Thank you so much for making this your platform. And till we see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.
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 All right. YouTube is done.